Hello and welcome back to my Zirkzank thing. This is episode 7, and if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that 7 is a very special number. I still haven't decided why entirely, other than the fact that I decided it would be, 7 days in a week. Why not? That's cool, right? I think it's cool to have 7 as a special number. I said this episode I'll start talking about World of Warcraft, vanilla servers and all of that shit, but in the period between when I clicked stop and when I clicked start on my recording, I kind of lost interest in that, because, it was that recently there was this thing with Nostarius, huge World of Warcraft server, had like 1 million players registered to it or something like that, which, in some sense actually, having said that, they had 1 million people registered for it, and 100,000 active players, which means 90% of the people who signed up for it didn't want it. So when the guy says, you think you want that but you don't, he was right for 90% of those people. So maybe Blizzard does know what they're talking about. Yeah, no, they don't. They're retarded. They're like the worst company ever. I mean, other than Overwatch, which I kind of enjoy, all of the rest of their games have just turned to shit since Activision bought them out in 2008 or 2009 or whenever it was. Essentially, just like towards the end of Wrath of the Lich King, since that point, everything that has happened with Blizzard and their games has just been downhill. Nothing but crap, really. They keep trying, they keep making money, people keep buying their stuff, I've bought their stuff, like thinking it'll get better. It's just a phase, but it's not. It's more than a phase. It's fucking cars. It's them. They've just really turned to shit. Like that's what happens. Same with Riot Game, the people who make League of Legends. Those guys got bought out and went pretty hard on the money making thing. I mean, they've always been like making money and trying to make money, but it just got worse and worse with the esports scene and being sold to a Chinese company, and it just, I don't know, what's gaming coming to? Microtransactions and all of that shit. In all honesty, games are stupid. People who play games, they're stupid, but games are better than doing nothing, so I guess that's why we have games, if I wasn't sat here doing this, I would be playing games. And I should be playing games while I'm doing this, but YouTube doesn't support that. YouTube doesn't like it when content creators do more things than just creating content, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm creating content. YouTube, this is a good platform. I like it. I've been on YouTube for nearly 10 years, basically, so I know the ins and outs of this thing. At any point I could make a high production video, because I have all the software. I would edit in a screenshot of my software, but that's editing. I have got the Adobe Creative Suite, which I bought, and a bunch of other editing software, not just for videos, but like for making games and things, which I bought. Well, no, actually, I don't have to say that I bought that stuff because that's free. Like nowadays, like they've got it right. They make things free, and if you make money off it, you have to pay them a percentage of what you make past a certain amount, which is, I think that's pretty cool. Like Epic Games, once you make more than £10,000, or like whatever that is in dollars. Do Americans watch this? Are you American? Hello. I don't know what that £10,000 is in dollars or whatever it is, but essentially once you make past a certain amount, you have to pay them like 30% of it. So it's weird. You have to, if you make a game, you have to pay. If you put a game on Steam and you used Unreal Engine, you have to pay basically like 5% of it or 10% of it to Epic Games, 30% of it to Steam, and then 20% of it to the government. So you actually, it's not very, you're not selling a game really, you're sort of just making Valve and everyone else richer, which is why free-to-play games, people make a game that's free to play, but you're also free to pay. That's the slogan, free to pay, free to play and free to pay, as in doing microtransactions in the game to get bonuses, not advantages, but just, get that little, get a boost, get a little bit more for your time. Skip over what everyone else has put time into because you spend money to do it instead. Why not? That's the way gaming's going. Fuck, I hate gaming. I develop games, or I've been studying it. If I do finish my 3rd year in university, I become a qualified games scientist. So you better watch out for that. I'll be a proper scientist, man. With the science and all that shit. Don't that be cool? Game science, eh? There's something for you to write down on your little joke book.